Now, there are some waves, intervals, complexes that you need to become familiar. Let's talk about those. Let's talk about the P wave. What is the P wave? Let's talk about the PRI or PR interval, the QRS complex, the T wave, because this you need to know in order to interpret an EKG correct. So let's understand a little bit deeper the heart conduction system, especially understanding some of these concepts described on this image here. Okay, basically on this photo, we're gonna divide it into two parts. The top part basically displays the different phases of the ECG waveforms, showing the P wave, the QRS complex, and the T wave. The bottom part of the image shows the electrical impulse propagation throughout the different regions of the heart. So let's go into detail. Let's talk about the P wave, which is this one right here. You're going to see that each one of these structures is going to be highlighted in red so you can understand the area that I am discussing. So let's go and discuss the P wave, okay, and what it represents. The P wave represents atrial depolarization, okay? So here, highlighted in red. So remember, P wave, is demonstrating in a visual form the atrial depolarization. Basically, what is going on in the heart activity is that the SA node or the sinoatrial node, which you know already is located in the right atrium, fires an impulse. And basically, this causes both atria to depolarize and contract. And what is the purpose of this? To push blood from the atria into the ventricles. Let's talk about the PR segment, which is this very small part that we can see on the electrocardiogram. The PR segment, also known as the atrioventricular node delay, basically, this is a slight delay before the QRS complex. And what is going on in the heart? What is the activity of the heart when we see the PR segment? These impulses reaches the atrioventricular node or the AV node, and the delay allows the ventricles to fill with blood before the contraction. That is the purpose of this PR segment. And then we have the QRS complex. What is important to know about the QRS complex? It represents ventricular depolarization. So basically, the QRS complex is where you see the R wave. Okay, so it's this one right here. This is the QRS complex. The whole structure, QRS. What is going on at the heart? What is the heart activity when we see the QRS complex on the electrocardiogram? It's basically represent the electrical impulse traveling down the bundle of His into the right and left bundle branches. So basically, it then spreads through the Purkinje fibers, causing ventricular contraction. This is very important, right? This is very interesting to know. What about the T wave, which is this one here? What about this T wave? What does it represent? The T wave represents ventricular repolarization. And this is extremely important later to know when we have certain conditions that we're going to discuss on other days when we see a premature ventricular contraction. We're going to see what is the importance about this T wave. Also, it's going to be very important to know about synchronized cardioversion. Synchronized cardioversion has a lot to do with the T wave, okay? Because during the T wave occurs ventricular repolarization. Why is that important? What is going on in the activity of the heart when the T wave is appearing on the electrocardiogram? Basically, the ventricles relax and prepare for the next cardiac cycle. This phase allows the heart to reset and get ready for the next heartbeat. Now, Professor Ray, why is all of this important? Why are you talking to me about this? Am I going to see this on the NCLEX? Yes, you're going to see it on the NCLEX in a different format, because whenever they give you an EKG strip, you have to understand what is going on and what each one of these phases, waves, or complexes or intervals represent. So the importance of knowing this for the NCLEX is that as a nurse, not only for the NCLEX, but also during your career as a nurse, you need to learn how to interpret electrocardiogram rhythms or strip. Why? This is very important to detect arrhythmias, to detect heart blocks, to detect ischemia. And if you don't understand the basic heart conduction system, you're not going to be able to understand and analyze an EKG appropriately. Also, why is this important? Because when you're analyzing or monitoring the cardiac rhythms, you need to identify if your patient has a normal sinus rhythm or if your patient has a condition like AFib or atrial fibrillation, if your patient has a heart block, a first-degree heart block, a second-degree type 1 heart block, or a second-degree type 2 heart block, or even a third-degree heart block, or even a condition very well known by all of you, a STEMI, an ST segment elevation myocardial infarction. How are you going to be able to interpret that? By understanding and recognizing first the normal conduction system of the heart. Also, it's very important to know the effects of certain medications. For example, beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, anti-arrhythmic drugs, which can affect the heart conduction system. So all of this is very important.